Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I'm trying to make use of the dying light of the day. It's really pretty, but I have this big set of trees that once the sun goes down behind them, it's hard to film. I was really hoping to go back to the beach today, but I just started doing a bunch of stuff to hunker down before it starts to rain, and I was like, oh, I missed out. But my yard is really beautiful with all the flowers blooming right now. So what we're going to do for you guys is find out where you're at in your soulmate journey. Signs coming in, some synchronicities, the synergies, things you're going to be feeling and also experiencing. I have a lot of people DMing me about their energetic upgrades, as well as more expansive enlightening process, and you feel all kinds of things because your chakras really open up and your chi is flowing. So it's almost like you get jolts of electricity. You can get back pains, joint aches, third eye pain right in the center of your head. You can have what I call an avalanche of emotion. It's like when you feel everything at once, you feel really excited to go do something, then a minute later you feel totally like overwhelmed. One second, I'm going to start to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, the blue jay's out. So I hope that the birds start to tweet too, because I love when they all get going in the backyard. It's like a pretty symphony. So yeah, it's a lot of things, and with the full moon of last night on the 7th, we continue to have that energy and full moon carryover for the next 3 following days. So you can utilize all that energy as well to cleanse your crystals, to do resolutions, to do releasing anything that you want, supercharging crystals as well. So I want to let you guys know too that for today and the next 3 days, I'm going to be running my $25 2-question special for that, because I feel like I get the best readings on full moons and the 3 days following that. It's just more impactful, it's more concise, and it's really just really on the nose. And it's almost like Amazon streaming. It just goes so fast in my head that I have to like breathe and relax and ground out during the process, because it's really fast and furious. So again, a quick shout out and thank you to all you people supporting my Etsy store and buying all the crystals and everything. Thank you guys so much. I love your positive feedback and your reviews and you guys wearing your jewelry. It's more than I can say. Thank you guys so much. You guys, your support means the world to me, especially at this time when I feel like we all do need to kind of slow down, connect, express what's on our minds, just ground out and relax, because we tend, being these creatures of habit, trying to rush things. I don't know why I still do this. I mean, I had all the time in the world to do really only 3 or 4 things today. But right when I woke up, I was like, well, I want this done by this time, so then I can go to the beach and read and do this and that. And I started to feel pressure and get like a little anxiety. And I was like, girl, this is not the time. There's nothing going on. Why don't you relax? But that's what we have to ask ourselves. Is this true? Because most of the time it's simply not true what we think we have to do. We're just so used to producing and doing things continually that we need to learn to relax. So our 3 choices today are the 10th house, which is the world, Jupiter returns, benefits, and then our 11th house, which is friends. So I'm going to let you make your choice, and we're going to see what's coming. And I've got all my good decks for this too. I love this. Oh good, here comes the birds. I can hear them tweeting. Tweety, tweet, tweets. Oh, we got a blue jay. I'm pretty sure he's building a nest in the tree in our backyard, because he's always flitting about there, and every once in a while he goes flat out bonkers. He starts his song and it is so loud. It's the loudest bird song that I have heard, and it's remarkable because he's in it to win it. He's not messing around. He's like, this is my nest. I don't want other people. Squirrel, you better bugger out. So we have this beautiful south node, life's debt. So in your journey right now, what's happening is they are paying off karmic debts. They're having karmic actualizations, and they're realizing, listen, when I used to operate in this vibration that's not my highest, I used to do things that weren't worthy of me, of my soul's purpose. Settling, that's a big thing with a lot of people, and they want you to know through a very, very kind of heart song message that do never settle. Do not or ever settle for things that are beneath you, or because you think this will be the last, because that's a lack mentality. If you get hired for a job that is like the most craptacular wage you've ever seen, you're like, well, something else may not come along right away. We have to snap out of that mentality. We have to say, there's going to be opportunities coming along all the time. I don't need to settle, and then I'm going to feel locked into this situation where I'm working for something I really don't love for a pay that isn't, adequate as well. So we are definitely not settling. They are not, and that's part of like life's debts, that when we do settle, we end up getting in debts in more ways than one, right? It's like robbing Paul to pay Peter. We're doing one thing, and because it is not elevated to our capacity, where people end up living paycheck to paycheck. People end up in relationships and settling for people because they don't think they deserve more, better friends, a better companion, because they think that no one else is going to come along. So this is saying wake up to the fact that all these good things are coming along, and create a void and create space for them, because it's important. Believe in the process. Everything's not going to be all at once. Yeah, see, and here's part of what's going on. The black moon Lilith is saying it is a mystery. We can never, regardless of how much we're forging ahead and planning and blueprinting and wanting, yes, it's going to be wonderful and miraculous and fantastic, but if we put too fine a point on everything, and we make everything have to be too concise and have everything, our expectation a certain way, then it's like you feel like you're disappointed because it's not coming how and when you expected, where we have to have gratitude for every step up that ladder. Whether it's, recognition for our work, somebody just saying, you're really cooking some beautiful meals, or I love the way you care for, your family, your mother, your home, whatever it is. It's like really be tapped into that, all the little wins, because they add up to that kind of self-recognition that you do a good job, and that you don't have to keep proving yourself, and you don't need validation from other people. If you feel good at the end of the day and you're like, I do not need to perform and do and check off this list continually, it's really odd how robotic that becomes with people. Like I always see women or men, it doesn't really matter, in the grocery store, and I'm always sad when I see them when they look stressed, like that's a hurried thing for them, like they're rushing to go do another task. It's like, that should be fun, right? Like smelling coffee beans and looking at all the great stuff and relaxing. And the same thing with people in pharmacies and any other place. I feel like they feel like they don't have enough time, so they simply don't allow it for enough time, right? So they look harried. And this is saying it's all going to come into play where you feel like you have the breadth and width you need to operate. You're going to see your synergies and your synchronicities come in. I want to pull one of these and see what's going on. Yeah. And yes, see, relating with your 7th house right now, your partnership, your companions, your best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness, all of this is going to come into play, and you're going to be able to navigate these waters beautifully. And I feel like too that when we do this and we raise our vibration, we don't have stress, we're able to really kind of have that sonar out for our soulmate and reach them and be able to feel them and feel that energy and connect with that, because we're not mired down by this false sense of responsibility. And that's like your big thing. Really go in and just do things you relate to and that make you feel good with partners and friends, and find a balance in it, because it's about relaxation and drinking things in and taking your time. You ever just eat that meal and you hardly tasted one bite of it because you were doing it like mindfully, you were doing it while you were watching TV or you were in your car? It's one of those things. Please taste your food, please smell those flowers and that air, and relax, because that's how you're going to connect really synergistically with them more and more and be able to read the signs. So that's you, group 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Take advantage of my special too. You get 2 questions and you get a video read just like this on any 2 topics you want. And I film them for you, and then I send them to you within 48 hours after your request. So you guys, all my links are down below for that. So now we're on to number 2, which is Jupiter returns benefits. I love Jupiter because it's so expansive. It's about growth. It's about new knowledge. It's about new understanding. You're going to get new insights and new connections to your soulmate in some really unique and fun ways. Again, I'm hearing, it's funny, I feel like, because I'm always hearing the bird tweets, I feel like ladybugs, crazily enough, I feel like big fat bumblebees, dragonflies, things of that nature are going to be like little conduits, little things with wings that are like fairy lit in lightness. Those are going to be some of your totem little animals, that where you feel their closeness. 7s are going to be a big number for you. I was feeling that right away. 7 7s and 4 4 4s. You guys, you're really on the path to connection. So we have Saturn return age, South Node life stats. This just came up in group 1 too. I feel that they are in their process right now paying off their karmic life debts. That's when they were not able to ascertain what was really meant for them on their life path purpose. So they were settling. They were settling for lesser jobs, lesser vibrational friends, lesser vibrational partners, all of that. And now they're waking up to this and going, that's why I always feel so burdened. That's why I felt like harangued and like there was no structure to things. Like I was just only able to eke by and scrape by here and there, paycheck to paycheck, or I always felt like I just had just enough energy to get through the day. That's what happens sometimes when karmically we accept less than we deserve, when we dismiss our needs. But now they're waking up to it, and we always do with this vibration of connecting to our soulmates. We wake up to our true facets, to our true strengths, our true worth, our value, and we don't settle anymore. And it's really important. Now this too, Saturn returns age. We're in a very special age right now where things are going to be super expansive. People are really checking in and understanding what is meaningful, what is important, and what is just so ridiculous that they can't believe that they thought it was once important, right? Any materialistic things seeming a certain way. Every once in a while, I'm always talking about the Housewives shows because I use that as like a study point because it's so extreme. Half of the time, these women are always stressed out because they're not happy in the environment they're in. Everything is under a lot of pretense at times because they want to seem a certain way, yet they don't seem to be enjoying a lot of what they're doing, even these beautiful trips and everything, because they're always worried about how they're perceived or who has more, and it's such a waste of a life. And that's what this new age is going, respecting and honoring every chance and opportunity you're giving, loving it, tapping into that, feeling rich because of it. And number one is gratitude. And because of that, your vibration as well as your soul partners is going up, and that's why you're navigating towards each other so much faster with this energy. It's really remarkable. So let's see, we have 6th house energy involved right here. Work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals. Again, this is what is, look at the fly right in the middle of that. He's like, yes, there's your little winged creatures. I feel like all kinds of things, bees, ladybugs, dragonflies, all these little critters are going to come in. Now work, that you're going to be able to find kind of like a financial respite from all of this. You're going to be able to tap into your creativeness to be able to create revenue streams that are going to help you. Look at all these lotions, potions, and herbs and things. Today when I was out, I bought some lovely dried flowers. Hagen made me laugh so hard because he goes, Mom, first of all, these smell like the cat peed on them, and then you try to Febreze them to make them not smell like cat pee. And I was like, quit exaggerating. I smelled them. It was exactly like how he said. I was like, who sells? They were the most beautiful looking dried flowers. And I thought that's a lesson within itself. That just because something looks so bright and peachy colored and lovely doesn't mean it doesn't smell like cat pee. I thought he was making it up. I'm like, oh, I'm so bummed because I want to wrap some sage in it with lavender and some other things. And the color was really, really resplendently peach and lovely. So seriously. So you're going to tap into these skills. And I love the apprenticeship aspect of this because it's saying you might find a mentor that's going to be able to help you. Oftentimes, like when I first began my process here, I had people saying, Melanie, can you show me how you do your readings and how you film them and you life coach and all of this? And it was like funny because it helped me to be able to kind of tap into what worked the best in all the aspects that I tried out, because a lot of it is trial and error, and I'm not a technological person, so I had to do a lot of meandering through that. So again, details. Again, with this 6 here, I feel like they might be coming in and be visible in the 3D for you within 6 months too. They're also saying you take care of your diet and how you take care of yourself. You're a lot of times in service to other, helping other people, giving, putting other people first. Put yourself and your health and your diet first. Eat really wonderful things that come off trees and out of the ground, natural things, and it's going to help you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Yeah, all the time, anything that grows straight out of the earth is always going to benefit you more than something that's packaged or frozen, of course, right? And again, don't doubt your skill sets that you have, because they're going to catapult you forward into really feeling good and vibrant and lifting your frequency that's more able and better conducive for this connection with your soulmate, then you just feel that, those crisp messages, you feel that interconnectedness as opposed to being checked out. You ever just have those days sometimes where you're like, everything's on point, you anticipate something, you've got it, you figure something out, you've got it, you just go. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to have really good upkeep of yourself and your mental faculties and tap into all this beautifully. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Take advantage of this $25 reading special to you guys. All my links are down below. Just put reading special when you go on to PayPal. I'll know what it is anyway, because I'm going to be running it for the next couple of days. I really want to just really tap into this energy. It really is magical. And I decided today when I was driving, I was like, take a lot of deep breaths and roll your windows down and get fresh air. And in between whatever you're doing, just stop and notice some of the most beautiful things that you can, and kind of regulate everything and feel good about what's around you. And I did, and it just brought up my mood. It brought up everything, elevated. It's very restorative for your energy too, because if we think we have a lot to do, we can legit just exhaust ourselves mentally before we even get to it physically. So we have to remember that mentally, that's a huge component in that. So that's you guys. Now we're on to number 3, the 11th house and friends. I love this house so much because we benefit in every way when we are giving, loving, and constant with our friends, right? But every once in a while, and I tell people every couple of months, evaluate the situation. Do you have any friends that are leaning in a little too much with me's? And is it the majority of time about them, or are they kvetching and just telling you all their hardships, and you become their agony aunt and becomes very draining? We've got to plug into that. And we do have some friends that are extra sensitive in this time, and we should be there for them. It's like I'm never pulled down by anything socioeconomic or anything that's going on globally. I go the opposite direction. I don't watch every little clip on that, and I don't let it drag me down. I definitely go on the upper swing of the seesaw, so I can be on top of that maze and look down and say, there is a reason for everything, and the earth is now cleansing itself. There's so much good that's happening as well. So if you have any of those friends that can't see that angle, explain it to them, and why we have to have different transitions, and things can't remain the same. The earth can't continue to have this. We have to lessen our carbon footprints and all these other things to be able to maintain for the next generation, right? And I feel like your counterpoint over there, they know your special soulmate is going to be a lifelong friend too. They have this Sagittarian energy of I see and this Aquarian energy of I know. So they could also be a Sagittarius or an Aquarian. And that's funny because my best friend is an Aquarius and I'm a Sagittarius. And I really like to get to the bottom of things and philosophy and investigatory things. Like if I hear something that doesn't sound right intuitively, I'll dig. And every single day, usually before I do a read, if it's a specialized topic, I'll go to the experts, and have a discussion, see what's going on, and get the newest and best updated information, because, information is worth its weight in absolute gold when it can help us grow, actualize, feel better, streamline behaviors, stop emotional burnout, help recovery, whatever it can do. And there's so many awesome people out there. And I feel like whenever you can go in, I feel like your soulmate is doing this too. It's like they want to know what is going to create longevity, hope, partner stability and compatibility, all of that. And Aquarius, they just know, they're highly independent, and they're like a self-contained unit. They know what they want, they know where they're going, and there's going to be a lot of energy about that with you, where you don't hesitate anymore. You don't have to prevaricate, second guess yourself, have fear of missing out. You're just direct. You're A to B. There's no stopping. There's no A plus on the way to B. Just straight A to B, because you make your decision. I mean, I've always done this, especially on really big things. I saw my house in one day, decided to buy it. I saw my first condominium in one day, decided to buy it. On the way home, I saw this car that I wanted, this black BMW, and I bought it. It's like I decide, I know what I have, what I'm working with, and it's one of those things where instinctually I know. But also, I don't go back and forth. I could have this or that. Once I see it, I don't keep looking for a bigger, better deal. I just know. And it saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of effort, and it saves a lot of anxiety. You ever have those people when they're reading a menu, they almost drive themselves crazy because they think if they eat this one thing, they're going to miss out, and that other thing that they don't order is going to be better. But this is totally eradicating that and having supreme focus and being able to march ahead forward with really strong sense of purpose and direction, and not negating the fact that we will have insane choices brought up to us in life, and sometimes we're just like, no. That's a hard no. Like, you ever just have someone, hey, let's go do this and that, and you're like, well, let me think about that. No. And then for secondly, no thank you. So this is lovely. 4th house, roots. This is about family, home, backgrounds, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, all of this. This is talking when you're together. This is lovely. And again, with this big 4, I feel like that they may be coming in to the 3D, and the connection will be made within 4 months. And here's the thing, you're going to have very high compatibility that matches on where you want to live, how you want to live, what you think as comfort, right? What your sense of family is, what your sense of home is, the area of the world you want to live in. And your self-care is going to be very equal. So there's going to be a lot. There's not going to be someone who's a prima donna and a diva and somebody who's like always scrubbing the kitchen sink. You know what I mean? It's going to be super equal because you guys realize, high compatibility and love is about equal distribution of everything, assets, time, resources, and it's going to gel really beautifully. And they want you to know that they're constantly there to help rejuvenate your high spirits and help you. And I feel like they have excellent habits. I feel like they have excellent hygiene habits. I feel like they're just the way they are. They don't have to have that Virgo, like absolute, neat as a pin sort of thing, but they're orderly, they're organized, high functioning. They don't waste a lot of time on silly things. Therefore, the things that are important get done, which is really nice. Now, I love this sun because this energy is saying, it's vibrant, it's really passionate, all of this. Your essences match, your energy matches. They are very self-aware. They have a strong life force and spirit, and they're uber creative. And part of this is because our creativity comes directly from source. That's how we're able to come up with these works of art and creations that we had no concept of them an hour before, and then boom, there it is on the canvas. Boom, there it is, all strung in beautiful beads. Boom, there it is in a program, whatever, right? A vlog, a blog, a book. That's what's going on. And they're also going to be able to inspire you beautifully. So in the next coming weeks, I definitely feel a huge influx of creativity for you guys. So writers, get out there and write. Painters, get out there and paint. Speakers, get out there and speak, because you're going to feel strong, valued, cared for. You're feeling your gift. You're feeling that what you do has value, and it doesn't matter if you just load up 20 canvases in your closet and you don't show them to anybody. You're expressing what you need to express right now, as are they. And when you do that, you're going to feel connected to them as well. So that's really beautiful energy, you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. You guys take advantage of my special too. It's 2 questions. You get a video read just like this on any 2 subjects for $25, because the full moon's energy is going to last 3 more days after the full moon. I really love to tap into that because it's setting an example for ourselves of how we want to behave and the direction we want to move in for the next 35 years. Honestly, this 2020 energy is listen, there has to be a newer, better, bigger, different, aligned way to go about things, and you're really tapping into that. And so if you want a clue on how to find out about that or what's going on, just let me know. Again, all my other links are down below. The Goddess Provisions box was exceptional this month too, if you guys want to look at that too. You guys, love and light to you, and thank you so much for your support and your beautiful comments. I know I haven't hearted or put anything under them in a week or so, but I'm reading them all. I can speed read through them and get that, but it's me answering them that can take days and days and days. So I am reading them, and I appreciate them so much. And it is healthy, really, to just express little avenues that you're going down and how you're dealing with it and coping with that. It's a very healthy way to go about that. So love and light to you guys. I'm going to go upload.